Why are the vast majority of pedophiles out of shape? I feel like if I went on the sex offender registry, I could market to them directly and make a killing. Oh my god, I'm a really terrible person. Oh, hello, hello. Today, what we're going to talk about is the difference between exercise and training. Now, I know what you're going to say. Oh, Mario, this is purely semantics. Is this really necessary? You know what? I'm trying to do my due diligence. Frankly, I don't like your attitude towards my endeavors. Okay? What am I talking about? All right. So, yes, there is a clear distinction between exercise and training. So, let's get into it. First, we're going to start with exercise. Exercise, the way I like to say, exercise is like going to work. You're going in, you're punching in your clock. Do the workplaces still have those? Take the paper, you punch your clock, and then you. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this the 1980s, Mario? at a fucking sheet metal factory or whatever? All right, so whatever. You get the analogy. You punch the clock in, go to your job. Then when it's time to leave, punch out. Boom, you're done. So it's the same thing as. So exercise can be equated that way. You're going into the gym. You're doing your cardio. You're doing your abs, you're doing your bicep curls, you got your sweat in, you feel hot, you feel like you did some work, then you leave. That's pretty much it. There's no long-term plan, there's no further analysis, there's no, I'm not going to say accountability because you're in the gym, so you're kind of accountable, but what I'm saying is there's no long-term goal. You're just going in to put the work in, to feel good for the day, just for that day, and then you go about your business. So this is also why most of the gyms that you go to, around 55% of the workout floor is cardio machines, and the other 45% is about workout machines, not exactly power racks, but generally machines, like, bicep curl machines, preacher curl machines, shoulder press machines, all that stuff. They're basically meant for isolation exercises because it's cheaper relative to buying squat racks or power racks, buying the weights for those things, buying the barbells. That shit's expensive, bro. Why not in bulk buy all these machines that already have the weight stacks, the little weight plates that are incremental as you go down, whether it's by 5 pounds or by 10 pounds. Why not buy those in bulk? Set up 45% of your gym with those machines, and then the other 55% is cardio machines. Because they know that the vast majority of the population is only going in there just to exercise. They're not there they're not exactly training long term. They don't have a lot of more specifically laid out plans. So that's exercise. Okay. Now I know it's not like a 100% clear distinction, but I'm trying to use discretion here. Like, there is a difference, and I'm identifying that difference for you. Now let's move over to training. Training is the opposite of just punching your clock in and moving on with your day. You're going into the gym with a plan. You know exactly what you're going to do. You know exactly what you're trying to get out of that workout that's going to lead into your next training session or workout. Now, most people shy away from using the word training because let's be honest, you're gonna go to some guys be like, yo, let's hang out. You'd be like, nah, bro, I gotta train. Train for what? Are you gonna be in the Olympics? No, I'm just trying to get a six pack. Okay, you're an asshole. So most people think, oh, I'm not training, I'm not an athlete. Well, no, it's not mutually exclusive. Most people would think so, but at the end of the day, it's just a word, so you can use it technically however you want, but it has a clear distinction to it. Let me explain. Like I said, it's the opposite of just punching in your daily clock. You're probably going to plan a couple months ahead. Like, for example, I have a plan to deadlift 550 pounds for 5 reps in 5 months. That's every single time I deadlift. That's what I'm working towards. Now, obviously, I'm not deadlifting every day. Okay, I would be walking around with a cane. Okay, my back would be fucked up, more messed up than it is now. Okay, we're getting way too deep into this. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not deadlifting every day. Whenever I don't deadlift, I have other goals, like a bench press, like a squat, like an overhead press goal. Okay, every single time I walk into my studio, Morganoff Training. All right, enough with the plugs. Every time I walk in here, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm trying to get out of this training session, and I know exactly what my goal is per lift, per every single lift. Now, obviously, if you're building for muscle and you have a huge list of workouts a huge list of exercises that you're going to do, bicep curls, preacher curls, reverse preacher curls, tricep extensions, you don't have singular goals for that. You have an overall goal, which is to build muscle. So building muscle and strength training those aren't the only ones that you can just train. There's a whole assortment of things that you can train. You can say, I want to be able to do a mile in 6 minutes. I want to train towards that. Every single time you come into the gym, you want to work towards that goal by reaching a certain heart rate per rate of perceived exertion. So I want to be able to reach a heart rate of 60 to 70% while running 3 miles in 25 minutes. And then up that incrementally as you go along via progressive overload. Okay? And the same thing with losing weight. Okay? You want to be able to come into the gym, it's like, in a week, I want to lose 2 pounds. Next week, another 2 pounds. You know what? This is going a little slow. Next week, I will lose 3 pounds. You're writing this shit down. You need training logs. You need apps on your phone that will track your shit, and you can look back and be like, okay, I'm doing this, I did that. I need to change this, I need to change this. While with exercise, you're going to walk into the gym like, what do I feel like doing today? I'm going to do some bicep curls. Then I'm going to do abs. Then I'm going to slog on the treadmill for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go home. Have a protein shake. Lit. Yeah, that's exercise. I don't know why I did that impression just now. I don't know what that was. That was more like a trashy white girl impression, wears Uggs with a pumpkin spice latte. I apologize. That's exercise. While training, you're going to walk in. All right, deadlifting today. I'm going to ramp up with this weight. I'm going to warm up with this weight. I'm going to do the first working set, see how it feels. Then I'm going to adjust along the way so that next time I deadlift, I'm going to do a little bit more weight, and then a little bit more weight after that, and a little bit more weight after that. Every single time, more weight. Progressive overload. That's training. Okay, that's training. Also, you can do that, like I said, with weight loss, with weight gain, muscle gain, etc. You need a plan when you walk in here. Now, obviously, I'm not saying plan 5 or 6 years ahead. I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't know where you're going to be in 5 years. It's like, dude, shit happens. Honestly, there could be an apocalypse in 5 years. So dude, your priorities are not going to be in the gym. Honestly, though, if there was an apocalypse, people would be in really good shape. Follow me here, because if in a post-apocalyptic Mad Max scenario, there's not going to be a lot of food going around because industry would be screwed. Who cares about the stock market? I'm trying to survive, So most people would be really in shape because if you're super fat, what are you worried about? Not getting eaten and getting enough food. Well, you're not going to get enough food because there's not enough food to go around. Okay, so you're going to lose hella weight because you're not eating as you are before, and your activity is going to be up because you've got to always do something. You need to collect firewood, you escape radioactive dogs trying to eat you. So you're either going to lose a lot of weight or you're going to die if you're super fat. While if you're already in shape, it's dude, you're good. You just need to, get your minimal. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the positive. I'm trying to be an optimist. Dude, if there was an apocalypse, it wouldn't be so bad. I mean, at least I have a six-pack. I would look like Tom Hanks from Castaway, but at least I don't have a six-pack. All right, enough. So that's generally the difference between exercise and training. Don't be the guy that walks into the gym. What do I feel like doing today? No. You should know what you're going to do in the gym days before a day before or days before you even walk into the gym as far as training goes. Now, if you are not into training or lifting or just working out as, most people are, fine, exercise as long as you're getting the work in. If that's the minimal amount of effort you want to put in, just putting in the work, that's fine. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But if you want to optimize your results, big word, if you want to optimize your results, I suggest you have a plan daily, which we'll go over to weekly, monthly, yearly. Yearly is a little bit far end of the spectrum because shit happens, But I would go monthly. Monthly is a good starting point. So that's about it. That's the difference between exercise and training. I went a little bit of a tangent about white girls in post-apocalyptic scenarios, but I thought it was a fruitful day. All right, we'll see you next time.